Hey everyone, this is Further Reading. Today we're talking Caves of Cud. This here is a character I was playing recently. His name? Literally a slug covered in hands. Because that's what he is. A slug covered in hands and faces. How did he get this way? Well, that's not what the story is about. The story is about his untimely demise. But we'll get to that. Whenever I play Caves of Cud, I was trying to get a bodyguard. My bodyguard of choice? This door right here. It's a pretty good door. However, tragically, I don't have access to spray brain, so I can't make the door sentient. I decide to opt for plan B. I make my way into the Rainbow Wood, past the mushrooms, until I find it. The river of primordial soup, the building blocks of life. I open my inventory, I find some bottle of liquid, and I pour it into the soup. The soup starts to react, until suddenly, I've created life. A dilute monosludge is swimming towards me, reaching out with its watery pseudopod. A quick bit of religious propaganda, and the soup is now my ally. We make our escape quickly before more of its brethren get created. Now, these sludges have an interesting mechanic. In fact, something happened between me making the sludge and me getting over here. It's now a dye sludge and it's salty. And has a salty pseudopod. You see, whenever these sludges stand on some liquid, they absorb it and they become stronger. We're gonna do some science. I'm gonna pick out a bottle of acid from my inventory. And then I'm going to tell my sludge to go stand on the acid. And now we wait. The sludge has stood on the acid. He's reacting with the acid. He's catalyzed the acid. Now he's a tri-sludge. He has an acidic pseudopod. So we keep doing this, and we go a little mad. As I witnessed the power of my sludge, I realised that just one won't do. I am a mighty champion, and as such, I should lead a mighty army. I offer to cook my bodyguard a meal as thanks for service, but then I spike it with cloning serum. A meal spiked this way will cause whoever eats it to multiply up to 3 times. And we're lucky, because that's exactly what happens. We go straight to the nearest historical site. Now, here's where things start to fall apart. You see, each of the special pseudopods that my sludges have a special effect. The algae one summons a bunch of plants into existence around whatever they hit. These plants are pretty low level, so they can't really damage the turtles in the cult. So quickly we have lots of really long turns as all of our plants try to attack. In addition, one of the plants that they summon is the Allopyra. The Allopyra will jet out flame horizontally and vertically every now and again. The map is quickly set entirely on fire. And this is where I began to feel invincible. While the combat was going on, I decided to start looting some of the corpses around me. Little did I realise I stood myself right in the path of the Allopyra. Every time I picked up an item from a corpse, an entire round of combat would pass. Those turns didn't process until after I had left the looting screen. At that point, I could just sit there and watch until suddenly I got the pop-up. Now is a tale about how my character, who is literally a slug covered in hands, met his demise thanks only to his own hubris.